So my computer's named Anakin. Don't make fun of it. Hey guys, what's up? It's TrevorMan5 here, and today I'm showing you my recently built custom gaming PC. Now this PC is my first ever PC build that I have built by myself, for myself, with no help. Well, any major help. The only help I got was from YouTube PC build videos and my dad helping me not fry or snap the motherboard while I was building Anakin. P.S. His project code name was Vader S, standing for Vader Skywalker, so. I have built other PCs before, but they were friends' PCs and I didn't have much involvement in it. I did maybe like one or two things that they didn't know how to do or something like that. I've never ever built a PC entirely on my own until now. Now that I have spoken of Anakin, in this video I will of course tell you each part that I've used to build my Frankenstein monster. A funny thing to mention actually is when the PC first booted up, first try, no problems, I went, it's alive, it's alive, it's alive, it's alive! Like Dr. Frankenstein does in the movie. I still have not watched the entirety of that movie or haven't even read the original book, so I gotta get to that. Anyway, I will also show you footage of games that I have running on the system. Now there's no GTA 5, Overwatch, Battlefield 1, or any other current games that have come out very recently used in this video. I blew the whole budget on this computer, extra parts I needed, and Black Ops 3 because Treyarch, zombies, and I'm bland. Just that. The total cost of this gaming PC, rounded to the nearest 100, is about $500. That does not take in the 500GB hard drive and gaming mouse I bought on later down the line. The $500 price comes from the main components that I bought off of Amazon in a bundled package because I didn't want separate boxes for every single component for this build. I used my tax refund to get this, plus some of my own money I already had in my bank account to pay for it all. How much was my tax refund? None of your damn business, 99, that's how much. Now, just brief message, whatever. I'm not a spoiled rich kid, okay? I think the fact that I had to use a tax refund just shows that I have a job and that I work for my money. I'm also a broke-ass college student, so I gotta save my money, so yeah. Also the fact too that when I did buy everything, the main components anyways, my bank account was under $100 and I did not like that one bit. I tried to stay above it. I usually do buy stuff for me to treat myself, but that they're usually like $10 or under because I have a limit and that's how I have saved a lot of money, unlike other teenagers that don't. I'm not saying all teenagers don't save money, but most of them don't. They go on a money spree whenever they get a fucking paycheck. Anyway, this gaming computer, for at least me, will also act as a video editing PC and so far has done a great job. The main thing is that for gaming, it will play your most modern AAA titles at 1080p 60fps or higher, but it will obviously depend on the game you're playing. Keep in mind though, I have a 720p monitor that at native resolution is 1440 by 900 and will play lots of modern games at 60 FPS. I do plan on upgrading the monitor and other components like the RAM in the future. Whether it's the near future, I don't know. Get off my back. Now that we're done with the outline, let's get into the parts while footage of me sucking at Call of Duty is playing in the background. Okay guys, to start off, I bought an MSI Intel Skylake B150 LGA 1151 Pro VHL Micro ATX motherboard. That's a mouthful. This motherboard takes DDR4 RAM, has the ability to play 4K video and games, and has two USB 3.1 and two USB 2.0 ports, an HDMI port, a VGA port, and your basic audio inputs/outputs, and your standard PCI/PCIe card slots. This thing supports 6th gen Intel processors up to an i7, so if I wanted to upgrade, I could. It has two RAM DIMM slots for dual channel RAM, even though one will do depending on your RAM size. The next thing I have is an Intel i3 6100 processor. And I know I said that this was also a video editing PC, but guys, I'm not editing 4K video. I'm editing 1080p 60fps video, and my video editor performs great with this processor. Also not overclocking this thing because I didn't want to, so I used a stock cooler even though I bought a 212 Evo. Stop complaining. Just be happy I didn't go with a Pentium, guys, okay? This i3 is dual core and has hyper-threading for 4 virtual cores. 2 more virtual cores if you want to get really specific. And this is good. Well, good enough for me. I mean, seriously, guys, this is an entry-level PC build. I'm not going all out. If I went all out and broke a component, that's loads of money down the drain. The next thing we have is a Zotac GeForce GTX 1050 Mini. This thing has 2 GB of 128-bit GDDR5 RAM, 640 CUDA cores, engine clock at base is 1354 MHz, and when boosted is 1455 MHz. It has a memory clock of 7008 MHz. This has 1 dual-link DVI port, 1 HDMI port, and 1 display port. When I first played Black Ops 3, World at War Campaign, and Resident Evil Remastered, HD Remastered, I peed a little. Or maybe a lot. Because I finally had smooth, non-laggy gameplay that I've wanted for so long and at 60 FPS. For this build, the 1050 Mini is perfect. The next thing I have is a single stick of 8 GB RAM from Crucial. Since I only have 2 DIMM slots, this was perfect and gives me more room to upgrade to 16 GB of RAM in the future if I wanted to. It's a 2133 MHz stick of RAM because that's what Amazon said, that's the type of megahertz RAM the MSI motherboard took, and so I wanted to be safe and not buy any components that didn't work with the build. I mean, seriously, if I bought DDR4 RAM that didn't work with the build, that's like $50 down the drain already. The next component I bought was an EVGA 450 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply. I was going to go with the regular 340 watt, but this one was cheaper for whatever reason, and obviously I took it. This is enough power to do everything I want and even more. Thank you, Amazon, for giving me more and better for cheaper. Your loyal customer, Trevor Jones. The last major component I bought was a Vivo ATX mid-tower case, specifically the Case VO2 or Case-VO2 if you want the specific model number. What got me with this case was not only the $36.99 price tag, but also the fact that it had 2 USB 3.0 ports on the front along with an SD/micro SD card slot. Card slot was definitely a plus because I have 2 3DS XL systems, one of them being the newest one, and on the regular XL, I like to mod and homebrew on it. That means that homebrewing my 3DS is easier and more efficient than ever due to the fact that now I have an SD card slot on my work/school desktop computer instead of my laptop that I don't really use anymore. The case is nice with its sleek black look and personal bonuses that it has. I love this case and make love to it every night. A couple of things I bought that were not major components were an anti-static wrist strap so I don't fry any of the electrically sensitive components, aka all of them. I also bought a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo that I mentioned before that turned out I never used because even though I bought my i3 processor without the stock cooler, it came with one anyway. I get that's another bonus like the bonus I got when I ordered a slim Blu-ray optical drive enclosure for my broken slim Blu-ray optical drive and got a new slim optical drive already installed in it. I saved about $30 to $40 with that bonus because I bought the enclosure for $15. I mean, seriously. The enclosure is not supposed to have the actual drive in it. It's supposed to be a blank thing that you put your one you already have in it, and I got a new one. Again, thank you, Amazon, Trevor Jones. Okay, guys, now that the spec overview is over, here's some footage of select games on my PC to show off my new custom PC's capabilities. Reminder, I'm using a 1440 by 900 720p monitor, so that's one big reason why it's smooth, so smooth, and most likely most of them. Also, on the Call of Duty videos, yes, there's Call of Duty in here, of course. All of them are like multiplayer, and so some of it might lag. That's because of probably internet capabilities. Like I'm in my room, so I don't have the best internet like receiving in here. Also the fact that other person's internet might be bad, or you know, because I have some applications open, so that might reduce the lag. So it's online, that's the reason for the lag. Anything else is fine. Enjoy these videos, guys. there you have it, guys. My custom gaming / video editing PC, Anakin. And no, I will not change the name. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also hope I have inspired you to make or at least plan out a gaming PC build of your own. This being my very first build that's entirely mine, I have much pride and love into it. I do hope that I have inspired you guys to make your own PC if you have the money and if you've wanted to in the first place. I hope I've deterred you from buying a pre-built PC for gaming and stuff like that, because it's much better when you do it on your own. You have much more pride and much more notability or notoriety towards it, whichever word works. I mean, seriously, building a PC is not hard. It's fun. You just have to take your time, read the manual, and just watch YouTube videos too. I mean, I've watched tons of YouTube videos just to get it right. I also read the manual for some parts because you have to do that. Motherboards are different. Each motherboard will differ in a way. So the manual is your best friend. Also, time is your best friend too. Taking it slow, that will do you good. Because you have to make sure that you've connected every single cord correctly and in its place. You have to make sure that you didn't miss anything out. You also have to make sure that you manage the cables correctly too, that they're not all just one clunk, so that when you boot it up, they're hitting the fan and the fan will cut the cables on accident. Okay? Fun, but you have to be careful. Okay? When I was done building it, I was like, that was a lot of fun. It was a little bit hard because little minuscule things here and there. But other than that, it's overall fun. That is the final overview of what I'm trying to say. It was fun. Just take your time, read the manuals, and don't be staticky. Okay? Don't be staticky. Get this anti-static wrist strap, or just keep touching your case every so often to make sure you don't have any static electricity in you. Because if you shock your motherboard or any other component, they're most likely going to be dead, and you just wasted like $50 or more. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, because if you have, make sure you like, subscribe, add your favorites, TrevorMan5,